November 19th, Tuesday. This is 11:08, and this is a meeting of the Hadley Housing Authority Board of Commissioners. All right, we need a roll call. Sue?
Here.
Crystal?
And Rich.
Reese?
Here.
Okay, Rich is here, all here. Next thing on the agenda, topics not reasonably anticipated 48 hours in advance of this meeting. Do we have anything?
I do. I just want to put it on public record that I don't feel safe at my own board meetings being a commissioner, and I just want to let the public know that I am feeling that at the moment, and I just want to get it out there.
Okay.
I also have something for this. Can you hear me, Reese?
Yes.
Okay, so I did receive a few emails from people in town who do actually watch this recording, and they had concerns about the last meeting and how you were reacting and treating Sue. They said that you were very aggressive, and you were very, cutting her off, not allowing her to speak, and didn't give her a chance. And they would like to know, why is there so much aggression for you towards Sue? Every time Sue has to speak, you cut her off and you move on. Also, they said that when I left the meeting, and you interrupted Sue and had to do the time, and you explained to Sue it's done each time someone leaves and return. They stated you did not do the time when I returned back the first time, but you made it detrimental to interrupt Sue, to let Sue know this is how it's done. So just to bring that up, and now Sue is stating that she's feeling uncomfortable as a person on this board. So is there anything that you have to say to counteract that or refer to that?
My understanding right now, we're on agenda, adoption changes, regular meeting, topics not reasonably anticipated. So this is an inappropriate thing to bring up. I think unless the board votes to add this to the agenda somewhere, perhaps under commissioners' discussion, the problem is that this was reasonably anticipated, these complaints 48 hours in advance.
No, they weren't.
So it's not appropriate to discuss right now. I mean, it's Robert's Rules of Order.
It wasn't. It just came to me this morning. So my portion was not within 48 hours. That's why I'm bringing it up. But like you said, if we wanted to put this under the commissioner's discussion, we can do so.
Well, it was, from what Sue just said and from what you just said, this was reasonably anticipated 48 hours in advance of this meeting, and so it cannot be discussed today, but please, let's put it on the agenda for next meeting.
As I stated, Reese, I just received this information this morning. Whatever Sue is stating is different from what I'm explaining to you. This was just addressed this morning before the meeting. So again, it was not anticipated within 48 hours.
And Reese, I'll speak for myself.
Wait, let her respond.
Yeah.
So I do think that this should be under the commissioner. If you feel as if Reese should table hers, fine. But mine was not within 48 hours, and I do believe we should discuss this because this is what the public is coming to me as a commissioner on this board, requesting and wanting a response.
I'm suggesting that we add this to the agenda for next meeting. It's not appropriate to be brought this meeting for a commissioner discussion, but it would be appropriate to bring to the next meeting where it can be properly agended so people know that it's going to be discussed.
This is not what I'm asking you, Reese, okay? This is from the public. It does not need to be tabled to the next agenda. This is something the public is reaching out as an outrage. They would like to have a response, and I believe it should go under the commissioner's discussion because it was not anticipated within 48 hours. To table this for the next agenda is telling the town people that your concerns don't matter, and we can definitely do this in December, which is not fair to the people of Hadley or to the Commissioners Board.
Well, imagine we'd have to take it to a vote. We'll see if it will pass. I mean, I have to abide whatever, we all have to abide by the board vote. So, Rich, isn't that the proper thing?
I just wanted
Do you want to bring this up under Commissioners? when we
Yes,
get
I
there?
just want that.
Okay, we'll move on, Reese. We'll bring this up under Commissioners. You can talk about it a little later, all right?
Well, we'd have to, okay, any changes to the agenda would have to be voted on now.
Okay.
So in other words, you have to have a motion, a second, we've had discussion, and then a board vote about whether or not to add this under commissioners' discussion.
All right.
That's a change to the agenda under open meeting law, and I'm saying this concern does not qualify because the event happened last month. So,
I move to-
last meeting.
We're going to take the vote, and we're going to move it to the Commissioners' discussion. So,
Yes.
everybody in favor to moving to Commissioners?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's move on right now.
Okay.
All right. Okay, approval of
Did you
minutes.
do a roll call vote? You have to do a roll call vote because
Okay.
I'm remote.
Sue?
Yes,
Crystal, yes.
Rich, yes.
Reese,
Reese?
Risa, no.
okay.
3-1.
All right. Let's move on.
All right. Approval of the minutes, which we do not have, so will be tabled to the next meeting. Executive Director's report, financials. All right, warrant report, transactions between 10/3/24 and 10/3/24 in the amount of wait a minute. Got it here?
I only have up to 10-1.
10/3, 10/3.
yeah, there's 2 pages.
Okay, so an amount of, looks like 18,000. Oops, can't read it. 387 and 75 cents. Transactions between 10/17/24 and 10/17/24 in the amount of $9,159.00. And the warrant report for 10/31/24, 10/31/24 in the amount of $4,801.07. Now, we need to vote on that, on the warrant report.
Well, yes.
All, everybody in favor?
I missed that part. Would you repeat that, please?
Do you want to, we have to take a vote, a motion?
No, but I missed what you said before the motion came. Would you
He was talking-
repeat?
he was
The-
just-
The amount of,
Yeah,
the amount,
Yes, okay, that was just the amount.
Yeah,
it's just the amounts, yes. Motion to,
I motion.
the second?
Second.
Any more discussion on it?
No.
Reese,
No.
did you hear that?
Yes,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Reese? In
we
favor?
need a roll call, please.
Sue?
Yes.
Crystal?
Yes.
Rich, yes. Sue?
Risa, yes.
All right,
We all said yes.
all,
Okay.
motion, warrant report's passed. Okay, where are we here? Treasurer's report, no vote on this, just take a look at it and Are there any questions? I know it's a lot, but,
I don't have any questions.
all right, we'll move on. Property manager's report, which, you wanna go through that, or the vacancy is in?
I'm good.
You're all set? Okay. Tenants account receivable, retire report.
Oh, that's good. The payments were made, $21,893 now. That's bringing it close to what's been charged.
Reese, did you get your packet over there?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right, we'll move on. Okay, well, now it's up to Pamela, I believe, if she's not here.
Table this, I guess.
Chimney project, which is certificate of completion. Amendment to... Well, we could quickly look over the work order report if you want. If there's any question on the work orders.
Oh, I see, okay.
Everybody else set with that?
Yeah, I'm good. Yes.
Okay, board correspondence? Anything? All right, we'll move on. Commissioners discussion. Do you guys want to bring that up again? Do you want to bring up the Reese before we go through the rest of it?
Yes.
Okay, Reese? Crystal?
So did you need me to recap on that information? Hi, Pamela. Or did you want to just go ahead and discuss what I've brought to your attention from the people of Hadley?
well, you didn't bring anything forth during board correspondence. That would be the open item on the agenda for you to disclose correspondence. Would you like to disclose it now specifically?
No, because when I mentioned this to you earlier, you specifically told me and the rest of the board to put it under commissioner discussion. You didn't mention anything else. So that's what we did. We put it under, we voted for commissioner discussion so we can get over this hump and move on. Now you're saying it should go to something else, correct?
No, Crystal,
Oh,
I'm not. I'm saying the agenda item for board correspondence requires us each board member to disclose correspondence we had. Would you like to disclose it now so that we can enter the commissioner's discussion for what the board just voted 3-1 to discuss whatever it was you were bringing up?
can you show me or tell me where this is supposed to be added? Because after the work order report, it just says disclosure of correspondence. So where would this be added before disclosure of correspondence, so I'll know for the future?
Well, I just said, see, agenda item 4 says board correspondence.
Right.
You right?
4A is disclosure of correspondence.
Right.
So you've been alluding to correspondence you've received, but it has to be disclosed under this agenda item.
Okay, that's what we're doing.
And then, the board already voted to bring it, related to me specifically, under commissioners' discussion. We do have to keep proper format.
Okay.
But we need to address these because the board voted 3-1 to address it.
Okay.
But just disclose the correspondence, what they said.
I'm not disclosing, I am not disclosing the town
I'm sorry, I
members.
can't hear you if you're interrupting me, so.
Oh, excuse me, but go right ahead, Reese.
No, you go ahead, you interrupted, so go ahead, there's something you wanted to say.
I cannot disclose the people of Hadley who have this issue with the way you're treating Sue. It is not fair to call out the amount of people who have told me about the last meeting. So I'm not going to disclose the people who said that, Reese. I'm not going to do that.
Oh, okay, so it's an undisclosed correspondence.
Right, it's
You're just
just-
giving us a synopsis of what you believe.
I'm not giving you a synopsis of anything. I'm telling you what they said. This is not a synopsis. This is exactly what they said, and I'm not going to disclose the emails or the person's name who feels the way that your conduct is towards Reese. This is from the town members who watch these videos. They
Is
see me.
Pamela present?
I am, I'm
Pamela's
right
right
here.
here.
She is present right now.
Does this reach the, does this reach where we need a, executive session? I don't know.
So I do
I'm not there.
apologize,
I
I'm
can't hear
just.
everything.
Sure,
I'll
I
tell
do,
you what happened.
I'm trying to, catch up. I apologize for being late, and then I'm not understanding what's happening.
Okay, so I received emails this morning from people in town who viewed the last meeting on YouTube and said that Reese's behavior towards Sue is unacceptable. They didn't like the way she spoke to her, they didn't like the way she cut them off, and they didn't like the way that she handled Sue as a person. And then when Sue came in, she stated at the beginning of the meeting that she feels uncomfortable or unsafe as a board member on this board. So that's why I want Reese to just let people know and then I asked Reese, they want to know if there's any discourse towards her or anything. And Reese can just clarify what she feels and how she feels about it, just so that the town can understand this is not a combative issue.
So when you're talking about the town, are we talking about Hadley residents?
Yes,
or
Hadley residents. the
Not
town-
members
No,
of the-
not the members, just the people, not the members. I mean, I can have
Okay.
the members review the video and then have.
No, that's
Oh,
not
okay,
appropriate,
okay.
because they don't oversee
Right.
us, but, so that's a matter of opinion, I think. I actually don't think that's an agenda item.
Right,
at all.
but Reese told us that we can discuss it. She said this can go under disclosure of correspondence in the commissioner, we can discuss it. And the reason why I brought it up is because it really pertains to Sue feeling unsafe. And so this, from what the town members or the residents of Hadley are saying, corresponds with how Sue's feeling. So if we can alleviate any type of negative or any type of bad blood, maybe the town of the residents would feel a little bit better watching the meetings going forward.
Okay, so that would be, I do feel that would be executive session, because we're talking about the conduct of an elected official, or if it was a conduct of an employee or another commissioner, so that
Okay.
would have to be an executive session.
And when would this executive session take place?
We'd have to schedule it.
Okay, so just to let the town, the people of Hadley know that we will not be discussing it at this meeting. It does have to go to an executive discussion. If you'd like to email any more information to me regarding the meeting, you surely can, and then I can bring it to the executive discussion. Also, I myself, as a person who's on this board, I feel the same way in a
Okay, so I
sense, yeah.
would really like that if everybody can just stop that.
Yeah.
Because that's executive session.
Okay, even
And
how
then-
I feel.
Absolutely,
Okay.
because you're talking about another
Oh,
elected
okay.
official. And then just the other thing, I'm not really sure how the town of Hadley comes into play with that, with the commissioner.
residents.
The residents,
Yeah.
right. I
Their
don't-
feelings towards how the board is
Okay,
being
but they're-
handled.
Yeah, so they actually make their feelings known when they elect somebody.
Right, but they're saying that this is really bad, how, this was according to the last session.
Right.
It hasn't, no information has been brought forth since then,
Right.
but this is according to the
So
last
in the
session.
executive session, we would need those emails as well.
I surely can give them to you.
Okay.
Yep,
So-
no worries.
Okay.
Okay, we'll move on.
Does-
So you don't have to set a date for...
We
at
can, we
this
can,
time?
we can set a date
Yes.
if you'd like, yeah.
Yes. And just so you'll want to know how they received my email, it's broadcast in the senior newsletter as well. That's
Right,
how
and
I
it
got
should
my-
be on our website too.
I don't know how to
because- Yeah,
do
because
it.
it's, you are a public official.
On the Amherst,
No, Hadley, you could, for the Hadley, we have our own website.
right, it's not on there.
Okay, so
None of my
it should,
information.
we'll
No one's,
update
I
that.
didn't, yeah, please, yes, that'll be even better. All of our emails will go up there, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so what date is looking good for people?
Any date for me.
I'm not sure, I have a lot of doctor's appointments, but if it's not good, I'll let you know. I don't have my black book.
Oh, okay.
You want to try to do it within a week, or?
Yeah.
That would be really tight with the
Oh,
Thanksgiving, and then I have
That's right,
2
yeah.
other board
That-
meetings.
When's
So-
okay for you, Pamela?
I think the first week of December.
And then
First week in
we can
December.
just,
Okay.
Does that work for you, Lisa?
Can we just have one day to get back to each other so I can?
sure, we have the, so.
You know, instead of just setting something now, can we just?
No, well, no, because this is for the town. because
Yes.
they're
The
worried-
town will not be viewing it.
Not the town, this is for, this, yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
they're going to want to know what the resolution, I'm quite sure.
It's executive session. You
Oh, so
can't
they
do-
can't even know the
No.
resolution?
It's, yeah, because
Okay.
it's.
But if they don't know the resolution, why do you have to be able to see her emails and confidentiality? That's I mean, that doesn't seem fair to me.
Because
You
we
know
can't
which-
hold a charge against a board member or an employee without knowledge.
It's not what they charge, it's what
It's-
people
yeah.
see with their own
Okay.
eyes, it's not
So
charged.
that's not how executive session works. So we need the information, and then it's a closed session. So,
So when she did, okay, just so I'll be clear, when she contacted the other board member in Belchertown, that was not an executive session. That's
Who,
why we,
Amherst?
that's in Amherst, that's
Yeah.
why we discussed it,
right,
publicly,
because
right?
what,
I don't know, yeah.
because that was just to stay on track, that a board member should not be working
Okay.
independently of the board. Only the
Okay.
board should be, any action should come from the board.
Okay.
Not individual members.
Okay.
Good, so do we, is that a date now?
I think
Yes.
Sue was saying she can't set a date because she doesn't have her book with us. But so we'll.
Just pick a
send
date now, and if I can't, I mean, if I can,
How about Tuesday, the 2nd, December 2nd?
then I'll look at Tuesday.
It's because we normally meet on a Tuesday, so
Oh, good.
say 11, or I'm sorry, it's December 3rd.
December 3rd, 11/3, 12/3, at 11? Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
December 3rd at 11. And it's everyone here?
It would be the full board.
Okay.
Now, who sets the agenda for this executive meeting?
You folks have just set the agenda to discuss these emails and the charges against the chairperson.
I didn't think there would be charges, though. I thought it was just
Well, I mean, we've
people-
got somebody saying they're fearful for they
Oh,
don't feel
her.
safe. Yeah, so it's turned into a.
But that's
Oh.
nothing, that's my own self-fearing, no one contacted me for that.
No, but it's all wrapped up in that same thing. We're looping it all together, so we've got an accusation, we have to deal with the accusation.
All right, Reese, did you hear all that?
For the most part, I think you all want to schedule on Tuesday, December 3rd, is that correct?
Yes.
At 11?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to disclose personal stuff, but I don't know if I will have medical clearance to take part in something like that by then. But if I do, I can. If I don't have medical clearance yet, I can't.
Can you do it by Teams? Just the way we're doing now?
I'm telling you, I don't know if I can do it.
Oh, understood.
I will let you know.
Understood, yep.
But
All right.
let's tentatively schedule it. Chances are I'll be okay.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, fine.
perfect.
Okay, let's move
That's
on
a
then.
new thing we had to, okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right, we'll finish with the discussion. A, refrigeration policy update discussion.
This is okay. Vacancy. Is the refrigerator policy in?
Yeah, I
here?
don't see it in here.
I don't see it. No?
It's not.
Okay, well, move on then.
Excuse me, was it just done by you and Reese together
No.
as a
No,
The-
what's,
No, we,
refrigerator policy, another, who did it go to up to this point?
this first I know about the
so
refrigerator.
we've been approached by multiple residents and we've discussed it, sorry. what's come up is, so in Hadley, we do not provide refrigerators for 667 or 705. And it's been suggested that some of the other housing authorities that Amherst manages does have refrigerators for their 667. So I was going to be bringing that to the board to say, for you to have a discussion and say, would you consider changing the policy to allow refrigerators to be provided for just the 667 residents?
But all I asked him as a question is, where has it gone so far? Has it been discussed with?
This is it, it's new. And so
Yes.
it's the old policy. I'm asking if you would like
But
to.
you don't do
revise-
policy, board does policy.
I do policy.
So that's why-
No, I do, and then I bring it to the board. So it's, and actually, you were one of the tenants that, I actually do know how it works. So you were one of the tenants that brought this to me, so I'm trying to help the tenants by seeing if we can change the policy. What, a discussion today would not change the policy.
I wasn't
It would
about
just
to
get us
discuss it.
going, it would just get us going in that direction.
But having two board members present is what I'm saying, is the fact that we always used to get refrigerators. It stopped. They have to know the history of the refrigerator
should.
before you present what you're presenting.
Why does it matter that?
Because you have to know, I mean, it's good for
Excuse me.
people to know that one time we always had our refrigerators paid for, and then it just stopped without an explanation.
So you're chairing today?
Yes.
Okay, I'm withdrawing this request.
No,
right
don't
now.
do
No,
that.
I do,
All right.
I'm
We'll move
withdrawing.
on.
Oh, man.
Okay, the policy subcommittee report, which the code of conduct, Reese and I did not get together because she had a medical situation, so we'll have to schedule it for another time. Okay, future, well, okay, we're gonna go back to facilities, the capital project, when we were,
Thank
You weren't
for
here
waiting
yet.
for me. Okay, so you did already all the warrant and all.
yeah, we went through that, yeah.
So this is the certificate of final completion for the chimney repairs here at Golden Court. So there is, it has been overseen by the executive office and our RCAP and our administrator, so the RCAP. So it is, this needs a vote and approval to pay the $22,400, which is the entire amount.
And that's in,
So these are all completed?
Yes, yep, so the chimney repairs were completed. There's additionally the 10% standard administration fee that we're requesting to be paid, and then to be paid to the Amherst Housing Authority for the extra work.
Okay,
And Richie, I would like to speak on that.
all right. Did you hear all that, Reese?
Yes,
Okay.
Richie, I'd like-
Okay, we'll need a vote on it?
No, I'd like to, when you open for discussion.
So, just point of order, so you would make a motion to accept,
And then-
get a second, and then open for discussion.
motion to accept.
No, I'm not accepting.
You second? There's a
No, she
second?
says she's not accepting.
You're not gonna pay the chimney people?
No, that, as far as the 10% for the,
We're actually, so this is actually gonna be broken up, I'm sorry.
This will be,
broken up,
this will be
okay.
under
yes,
discussion.
I am for the payment of the amount.
Okay, now this discussion.
So do you second first?
Second.
Okay, no.
Okay, now it is.
Okay, well, as I've said at many meetings, every single project so far that we've had, Amherst has kept all the money left over from the project.
It's not left over.
Yes, and there's all, and the thing is, we don't actually see where you're using this money that's not being utilized at the end of the project. So when we have 3 projects, and every single time Amherst itself has taken all the money without sharing it with Hadley, and that's one of the things that upsets me so much. I think that monies left over for a project that exists in Hadley should be shared with Hadley, unless you can show every dollar that's going to be used with the leftover money. Otherwise, I think we're entitled to. The projects are done in our house.
So it has been advised to you multiple times, it is not leftover money.
Well, that's how-
No, excuse me, it's not leftover money. It's a budget line item in every project is an administrative fee. Because we're doing the administrative work to get, do you want us to stop doing
No,
capital
but what
projects?
I've been to meetings for 20 years and I've never seen anybody
because this
keep
is
money
new.
for
This-
every single project like
This is
Amherst has
new
been
that,
doing.
no, this is new that E EOHLC is requiring housing authorities to vote on taking the 10% fee. It's in every budget for capital expenditures is 10%.
No, I know, I've seen the
Okay, so
paperwork,
then, right, so it's not leftover money.
Well,
There's never
it's-
leftover money.
but you're always coming up with a reason why Amherst should be getting this money. But we're never showing the paperwork why.
I'm showing you the paperwork, it's administrative, so.
But you're just
wait,
calling
hold on,
administrative,
excuse
it's
me.
not broken down for us to see.
So
You're just
who
calling
filled
it
out, who
something.
filled out this form? Who typed it?
But I'd
Right,
like
that's
a breakdown
administrative.
of what's leftover money is.
So when you say
It's
a
not
breakdown, do you
what
want
she
her,
spends-
wait,
Right.
wait. Do you want her to write down, I filed this paper with this company?
No.
I signed this paper with this company. I and my coworkers did this, we went to this place, because that would be the breakdown of administration.
No, I don't, I'm more so what the monies are used for. If you have a window project that has close to 20,000 and Amherst takes it, I want to see where this money is going. You can call it administrative fees, but we have no idea what it's being used for.
So when this, if this is what you would like to do, how about if you wanted to review your past packets and see all of the projects that have been done and where the administrative fee was taken out of the budgeted amount, then I think that you can then actually bring it to the table, because as of right now, you're saying you want to see where the administrative fee is going.
Yes.
But an administrative fee is for the people in the office, the people in that department to take care of everything. Not the job, but just to do the it's just like if you go to court, the lawyer gets their administrative fee.
But look at all the years that housing authorities did projects, and there was no administrative fees. What I asked at one meeting is how many executive directors are taking the entire administrative fees?
It doesn't go towards just.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, because we've done 3 projects now. We've done the window project, we've done the ramp, and now we're
Do you
doing the
have the
chimney.
paperwork for it to show, like the breakdown of
We
the
have the-
projects?
We have the breakdown of what's spent on the projects and what's left over after the project.
Right.
But I'd like to go one step further and know how the money's being utilized. And
Which monies?
The monies that's not, if you have a certain amount of money for a project and there's, say, 20,000 left over,
Mm-hmm.
Amherst takes the money, what are they using the money for? They say administrative, but we don't get the breakdown of what, because it's originally our money.
Right.
So we should know more about what, other than being told over and over that it's going to Amherst.
Okay.
Chair, can I speak? So what I'm hearing is you're not asking for the breakdown of what that money represents. What you want to know is when Amherst Housing Authority gets the $2,240, what the Amherst Housing Authority is using that for in their line item.
Yes.
So I'm posing a question to you. Why are you not asking what Best Chimney Services is using $22,400 on?
We already know that. They gave you, when they came up with the project, they told you the amount of the project. Once in a while, it'll come in under where there'll be administrative fees that you take, but I asked you.
Hold on. So
The thing is that I want everybody to understand is, it's a project for Hadley Housing Authority, but it keeps going to Amherst Housing
Because you
Authority.
have no employees and you have done no work for it. The Hadley Housing Authority doesn't do the work. You've contracted with the Amherst Housing. I think you're missing it.
No,
You
I
can't-
get it, but I want to know, I asked you a question, how many other housing authorities are keeping the
everybody
entire
always-
administrative fee?
Everybody always takes their administrative fee. That's how we make extra money to do other projects
But
or to fund salaries of positions.
But if I've been going to 20 years of meetings
Yeah,
living
you
here
missed
and
it.
no administrative fees were, this never happened.
Because you didn't have to specifically approve this line item before, and now E EOHLC has asked that you do.
Well, I would like somebody to come down to explain more, and I understand up to the point until this is what's left, and then at
It's
every meeting,
not
Amherst Housing
left.
is taking the entire.
Ma'am, this is not
We're-
leftover
Okay,
money.
Let's go.
I think we should move on.
I think we gotta move on.
I'm not taking sides, but I believe that Pamela has explained to you
Yes.
in detail what the administrative fees are and why it's now being put on the paperwork, because it's now being something that the EOHC has said this is going to be put on here going forward. I also understand what you're saying as far as, you know what, I want a breakdown of where these administrative fees are going. However, administrative fees is a wide range of covering everything that a department of business would do. So if you're asking for a breakdown of administrative fees, maybe that's something that you can look in your packets to see
right.
how many different projects were done and administrative fees were taken out or not. And then this way, when we come back, you'll have information instead of everyone just, going back and forth, because we're not going anywhere. So I think that we should move on.
We're gonna
Chair.
take the vote on it.
Okay, I vote yes.
All right. Okay, most discussion, now we'll take the vote. Sue?
No.
No.
Yes.
Crystal? Yes. Rich, yes. Reese?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, pass.
Okay, and then
3
just
to 1.
point of clarification, that's approved. Can I get two separate votes, just in case, because I'm not sure, we have it split up. So the motion was to approve both the
Yes.
22.4 and the 22.40. the temporary
Correct,
admin
yes,
fee.
yes.
And, okay, and pay both. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That is. Okay, you're next.
That's yours.
Okay.
And then the minutes,
Okay, that should be.
Amendment to number 9.
Amendment 9, to contact the financial assistance CFA 5001 in the amount of $193,922 came in under the 48 hours.
Yes, yeah. So, this one has been going back and forth for a bit with the letters dated wrong, but, so this is additional money that EOHLC is giving the Housing Authority.
Oh.
So it's an amendment to our contract, amendment number 9. So they're giving us an additional $193,922. This is broken up by the formula funding award, so that's your capital planning money for 2027, $86,446. On top of that, Amherst Housing Authority applied for additional money for Hadley for the vacant unit initiative, and they're giving us $99,913. And then we also applied for, we had a reasonable accommodation for an ADA ramp for a Hadley resident. We approved that reasonable accommodation, put in the ramp, and then we requested the funds to be reimbursed from EOHLC to Hadley, and they're giving that back to you at $77,563.
Nice.
So this is good news, they're giving you more money, but then you have to vote to accept the money.
right. So it says ADA ramp, that's not for one unit, right? What, 700?
It was a big, it's a big
Oh.
ramp,
Wow.
yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're saying they're giving this back to us?
Yep,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
they paid for it, so it doesn't come out
It doesn't come out of our...
our regular, normal operating
Okay.
budget.
Okay.
Okay, everybody understand that? Motion?
You understand?
Motion?
No? You don't understand?
No, I'll say yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Do I have a motion?
Motion, I'm sorry.
Second?
I'll second.
Any more discussion on it? Reese, anything?
No.
All right. No discussion, all in favor, Sue?
Yes.
Yes.
Crystal? Rich, yes. Reese?
Lisa, yes.
All in favor.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, now we're back to, we did the work order disclosure. I guess, right now, we're up to future meetings, which is, next one was scheduled for
December 7th.
December 17th at 11 a.m. And we are going to check into that special session, right?
December 3rd, yep,
December 2nd, or 3rd?
3rd, yep.
Okay.
So this is just tentative.
D, update on commissioners' required training certificates, including open meeting law, conflict of interest, and E EOHCL, HLC. Bring the most paper copies at the next meeting. Item for future agenda.
I'd like time to think about it, please.
Yeah, I think if you just email Risa or myself within 40, it at least has to be 48 hours.
Before the meeting.
And then we can
I
add that.
haven't seen one. I haven't seen any on.
I haven't seen any emails from you.
No, anything I've told her to put on has not gotten on the agenda. So.
Okay. All right, so, motion to adjourn.
Can I just say one
Oh,
thing,
sure.
going back to it? Pamela, can you please reconsider the refrigerators?
We'll bring it back at another
Okay,
point, but yeah.
thank you.
It's just,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, so we can add that to the agenda to bring that back for the next agenda?
Mhm.
The meet,
Yep.
okay, all right, thank you.
Everybody all set?
I'm upset. I'm all set.
A motion,
I
yes.
just want to bring, I'd like to have somebody come, I'm so mixed up because of the fact when I was not on the board, how I was taught was that the board creates the policies. They then go to the executive director and then to the tenants. What we're seeing is Pam is saying that she's
Wait,
creating
this
the
is for the next,
policy.
this is for the next.
That's why I
agenda.
want to put it on the.
Yeah.
Next
I wanna-
agenda?
Right, yeah.
I want to put on the next agenda is what is the correct way of writing a policy? Because I've been hearing over the
Right.
years so many
Okay.
mixed messages.
All right.
I want somebody to actually come down and actually.
Nobody's going to
Nobody's
come
gonna
from
come from
EOHLC
yeah.
for you.
Because then
Nobody's
we'll
coming.
be back in the same place because we go
So
through
if
this
you
over
could
and over.
complete your board training through Trackstar, then you would understand that
That's
the
a lot
board
of
approves you do have a hand in making policies, you absolutely do. You make the decision.
And that's like the things we do, right?
You do, but you don't know the laws.
I
So
understand.
that's why that you work in conjunction with your executive director.
I know that.
So I don't know what the discourse is.
How I was taught is the board
You were-
creates it, then goes to the executive director, then comes back to the board. But that's not how it's been done. So I want to know
Okay,
once and for all.
we
what
can
the
speak
proper-
about this, and I
Right.
did take the meeting, Sue, I did take the training, and let me tell you, it goes into detail about everything, EOHC, everything. If you haven't and you do get a chance, you will definitely come to the table with more knowledge, and this way maybe you can even phrase your questions differently, so it can apply to the policies.
And I've
that we
taken a lot of
spoke about.
workshops, so
Well,
what I'm saying, it
I'm
might
talking
have
about the
changed.
newest one.
The newest one, right.
So there are changes as we go through life, and the newest one is the update and the changes the EEOC has made and everything else. I would definitely take it, so maybe your questions again can be rephrased towards the policy instead of an individual opinion.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
All right, motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Reese?
Yes.
Okay.
Feel better.